Every leader, sooner or later, is likely to face what I'm going to call a courage test. For George W. Bush, it came on September 11, 2001, with the terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers in New York and on the Pentagon. He passed that courage test, and his standing among Americans, which until then had been quite poor, shot up. John Howard faced a courage test in April 1996 with the mass shooting at Port Arthur. His courage test was to defy his own electoral base and bring in strong new gun control laws. He passed the test and stood taller as our Prime Minister as a result. For some leaders, a courage test can involve stepping back from a mistake and changing course. When Peter Beattie was Premier of Queensland from 1998 to 2007, he more than once was prepared to stand up and say, sorry, I got that wrong. I'm changing my policy on that. He was famous for it, and he was respected for it. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is now facing a courage test, and his whole prime ministership will stand or fall on how he deals with this courage test. It seems as though all Australia is now screaming at the top of its lungs, give us a Commonwealth Royal Commission into anti-Semitism. As you know, the floods of calls so far were today amplified by a letter from 136 influential Australians saying what everyone else has been saying since December 14th. We need a proper federal national royal commission to examine anti-Semitism and how our institutions have responded. But Albanese is defying the nation, rejecting the calls of voters, refusing to allow such a public, legally powerful inquiry. So this is his courage test. How he responds to the test of whether he shows himself to be a weak man or a courageous man, how he responds will determine whether his page in the history books is a dark page recording failure or potentially something much better. So there you are, Prime Minister. This is your courage test. This is your moment. We are waiting to see if you continue to fail this courage test, or if you find your courage, listen to your people and do the right thing.